Diddy was running some kind of Epstein-type deal where he was filming everybody. Genuinely love it when someone like Diddy gets caught, though. I mean, he had a lot of people at those parties, right?
If you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave. You gotta keep them there. You need locks on the doors. You need a lot of heat. You don't have no air conditioning. Heat affects the alcohol. Everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose.
Is Hollywood's Queen of Nice hiding a much darker secret? As Diddy's legal empire finally crumbles in a federal court, the internet is demanding to know why Ellen DeGeneres suddenly fled to the English countryside. And Joe Rogan just voiced the chilling question that the elite are too terrified to answer. Right now, the entertainment world is facing a reckoning unlike anything we've seen in decades. The Diddy scandal isn't just a headline, it's a tectonic shift in the industry. But as the federal cases against Sean Combs reach their final, devastating conclusions in 2025 and 2026.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up to
No,
me.
well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the...
A massive shadow is being cast over one of the most famous stages in television history. People are starting to connect some very uncomfortable dots. Why is it that Ellen DeGeneres' name keeps surfacing in these conversations, yet the mainstream media is treating her with kid gloves? Welcome back to the Fame Game. Before we dive into the resurfaced clips and Joe Rogan's explosive commentary, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We pull back the curtain on the stories Hollywood tries to bury, and you don't want to miss our daily deep dives. When Diddy was hit with major federal charges, the internet did what it always does. It went into full detective mode. Old interviews we once laughed at suddenly felt different, creepy, unsettling.
Where's the...
And that is exactly where Ellen steps into the picture. For years, Diddy was a staple on her show. Fans are now re-watching those moments with fresh eyes, and the chemistry between them is raising serious eyebrows. They weren't just talk show host and guest, they seem like two people sharing an inside joke about a world the rest of us weren't invited to. But now, with everything coming to light, those funny moments don't feel so light-hearted anymore. Something about their rapport just doesn't sit right. Like the time Ellen joked, "Is it Diddy today or Poppy or Daddy?"
All right, we're back with Sean Diddy Combs. Is it Diddy today? Because sometimes you're Puffy and sometimes you're Diddy. Or sometimes you're Daddy. What are you today?
I'm so confused today with it. As long as you say it in a nice way.
All right.
It's just all right.
Yeah.
It seemed like harmless banter then. Now it feels like a hint at a multi-layered life that was being hidden in plain sight. Even Joe Rogan is calling it out. On his podcast, Rogan pointed out how wild it is that A-listers like Ashton Kutcher and Ellen openly joked about Diddy's lifestyle on national TV for years. Rogan's message was blunt. How do you hang in those circles, joke about the locks on the doors and the after-hours scenes, and then act surprised when the truth comes out? If you're finding this deep dive eye-opening, do us a quick favor and like the video. It helps us stay independent and keep bringing you the truth behind the fame. Let's unpack one of the most resurfaced moments. In a 2018 interview, Diddy playfully invited Ellen to his parties, teasing her for never showing up because she works all the time. But listen to the details. He mentions the real party doesn't start until midnight on the top floors of the hotel. Ellen's response? A knowing, I know about them.
There.
I'm holding my package.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it.
Back then, it sounded like exclusive celebrity chatter. Today, with the federal indictment detailing what prosecutors described as drug-fueled freak-offs and elaborate produced performances, those words carry a weight that's impossible to ignore. People are replaying that clip over and over, convinced there was an inside joke only a few people were in on.
There was always so much East Coast, West Coast shit that's still, like, in the zeitgeist, you know, like with Biggie and Tupac, and they were all hating at each other, and they both got killed, and there was a lot going on.
And it goes further back than that. In a 2002 interview with Conan O'Brien, Diddy joked about needing locks on the doors and lots of heat, because heat affects the alcohol. Everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. He even joked about needing to keep them there. At the time, it was shock humor. Today, it feels chilling. But the plot thickens when you look at the timing of Ellen's exit. In late 2024, Ellen and her wife, Portia de Rossi, made a move that shocked the industry. They permanently relocated to the English countryside. Ellen publicly tied the move to the US political climate, specifically the 2024 election. But to many onlookers, the timing looks suspiciously aligned with Diddy's legal walls closing in.
As you may have heard, this summer there were allegations of a toxic work environment at our show. And then there was an investigation. I learned that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people.
Critics and online sleuths are asking, is this a political protest or is it a strategic exit as the Diddy investigation widens and civil lawsuits, over 70 of them as of late 2025, Arfois continue to name more and more high-profile associates? This skepticism is fueled by Ellen's own recent history. Her Be Kind brand was already in tatters following the 2020 toxic workplace scandal revealed by BuzzFeed News. Former staff members described an environment of fear, intimidation, and racism. While Ellen claimed she had no idea what was happening backstage, the public didn't buy it. By the time her show ended in 2022, the trust was broken. Things took an even more bizarre turn when NFL star Aaron Rodgers sat down with Rogan in 2025. He made a shocking comparison, suggesting Ellen's old talk show set architecture looked similar to buildings seen on Epstein Island. While Rogan dismissed this as a coincidence of LA-style design, the fact that the comparison was even made shows how far Ellen's reputation has fallen. She's no longer the lovable host. She's become a central figure in Hollywood's darkest conspiracy maps. Accountability is the word of the year. Back in 2009, Ellen actually confronted Diddy on air about his support for Chris Brown after the Rihanna assault. She took a hard moral stand then, saying she didn't want any woman to think it was okay to return to someone who hurt her. But now, as the questions circle her own friends and her own past behavior, she's gone completely silent. As we move through 2026, the Diddy case is reaching its final legal chapters. Diddy was found guilty in mid-2025 on counts related to transportation for prostitution, while being acquitted on others and sentenced to over 4 years in prison. Even after his request for a pardon was denied by the current administration, the industry is still shaking. The real story isn't just about Diddy, it's about the culture of silence that allowed it to happen. Was Ellen a part of that culture? Or is she just another celebrity caught in the crossfire of a public that has finally had enough? Joe Rogan keeps pointing it out. Staying silent when the truth comes out makes it look like you were in the room the whole time. Before we get to our final conclusion, make sure to give this video a like and tell us what you think in the comments. We read every single one. Ellen's 2024 Netflix special For Your Approval was supposed to be her farewell. She joked about being kicked out of show business for being mean and admitted the Be Kind Girl headline became her entire identity. But the jokes didn't land for everyone. Many saw it as a deflection, a way to play the victim instead of owning up to the culture she helped build. Now living a quiet life in rural England, she seems to be waiting for the storm to pass, but the internet never forgets. Whether it's the cuddle snuggle stuff nickname she gave Diddy in a 2016 tweet or her tense body language when asked about him by paparazzi, every moment is being reinterpreted. The truth in Hollywood moves slowly, but it eventually comes out. Whether it's through a federal courtroom or a viral clip that everyone missed 10 years ago, the game is changing. And here at The Fame Game, we're going to be here to track every move. The curtain is closing on Hollywood's secrets, and we're here to document every moment. Thanks for watching The Fame Game. We'll see you in the next breakdown.